sakit mataku. Mataku pedih. Lihatlah. Misi apa lagi belum? Misi apa? Oh, dekat.
Something got you down?
Nothing. Just don't want to fall sick.
Oops. From the office of Great Thompson Outpost Relator, symptom of direction reach critical mass. I have instructed house to transform the all domicile into a sick house. Blake is the reality of life in the frontier, and a special perspective to face a reality. And the reality is that we do not carry enough medicine to treat all of you. Medical treatment is privilege, is not a right. We must strive to demonstrate our optimism that privilege. Is like the best thing you can do for yourself, you know, probably is to don't dicampurkan Tuhan. What the fuck? Lagi sakit disuruh kerja gitu. Lawak. Can I steal this?
Easy.
Safe loh. Marah pula dia. Kamar bapak. Ruang kantor bapaknya. Sup.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it.
Guessing you're a foreman?
Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
Oh.
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
Eugene.
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable. Eugene wasn't family. Yeah, I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism. When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it.
The fuck?
In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice. Well, excuse you. I'll have you. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his... I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace,
Wow.
and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
You got brainwaves, bro. Theodore. Begini. Spectrum vodka glass for every class. Excellent hidden reality. Respawn orang anjir. Don't have time for that.
There we go. Nice one. Wow. Not even a scratch.
Ini. Aduh. Setting grafik kenapa terlalu yellow dah? Kuning di rona. Kah? Hmm. Okay. Apa ni? Ular. Kok gini macam siap makan ya?
Search concluded. No dissidents found.
I always wanted to poke around in here.
Clinic's beginning.
Here they come!
Halt. Investigating. Area sweep now. Sweep your state. Tunnel initiated. Security patrol initiated. Investigating.
Let's end this quick!
Hah?
That's the last of them!
That's the last of them. Huh. Banyak bomnya, ada tembak. Alah. Pisau. Hah? Oh. Captain Bat. Babi tembak. This. Hey. Electro armor. Well, by armor ya. Ada loh armor. Satu, empat, lima, satu. Dari armor. Testing. Handgun 5. Ini sama helm. Banyak jalur Pak ini. Jalur dari mana aja.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, we're doing the right thing.
Oh,
Here we go!
trespassers terminated.
Semua mati nggak tuh? Tekan, sekarang kan lewat game lah. Yes, fuck him.
The control room should be off to the right. I hope we're doing the right thing.
Spread and distance of informal management of management of the quality. No fewer than 5 people were able to provide services to one employee. Dipecat 5 orang ya. Pokoknya geser.
Nice.
Incomplete. Mechanical gone wire. Skynet. Anjir. Robotnya jadi Skynet ya.
Unexpected.
Mau mencoba deh. Tapos I knew it.
3 switches. That'll be easy enough. Here we go!
In nearby unit. Security patrol initiated.
Forward aja.
We made it!
Go for Skynet nggak ada.
Just 2 more. What'll happen to Miss McDevitt's folk if we send power to the grid?
Self-diagnostics complete. Navigation systems operational. Combat systems operational. It's not the best choice. It's the spacer's choice. Hostile actions towards spacer's choice. Mechat in compliance with spacer's choice policy. Affirmative. Mechanism.
Jadi kawan. So I don't know, it's been modified. I know that it's been improved into the storage and the company went. I think there was finding malware. Go,
Not
Jeremy.
real. You're not real.
Fuck is this?
Go away, Phantom.
Lambat.
Get away!
Halt. Searching for unauthorized persons.
I'm ready for this.
Processing data. Automatic pairing. Performing an error.
Don't mess with us.
Nice, Jeremy, good.
Mind the steam. You're liable to get scalded.
No?
Where'd to go? If we send the power to Miss McDevitt, what happens to the veil?
No, just leave me alone.
Someone here.
Go away, Phantom. Get away! You're not real. You're not real. Get away from me, Phantom. Shoot! Scram! You can talk? The Phantom's never talked before.
Gila dah dia.
I knew I shouldn't have eaten that sprat raw. See, Higgins? This is why you must always boil your sprats before ingesting. Clearly, I mistook you for one of the phantoms of my imagination, which terrorized me on occasion. Chester D. Higgins. The D stands for definitely not insane. I use it as a reminder. Hard to say. By my reckoning, Higgins has been here somewhere between 2 weeks and forever. My recollection's a touch fuzzy these days. Oh, Higgins has been many things over the years. Sprat Wrangler, Saltuna critic, Aetherwave personality, chairman. I've come a long way for someone who started off as a simple engineer, right? I specialized in automechanicals, drones, sentries. Look, I don't want to fall into any trouble with the mechanicals. If they wise up to our plans, they will come for us. You know, you remind me of myself back when I was an intern. I discovered a flaw. Their hostility levels were hardwired to maximum. There's no changing that, but you could rewrite their targeting. Yes, that's exactly it. I see you're also versed in the noble art. There's a behavior control terminal in the other room. It should have options to change how the mechanicals act. Oh, that reminds me. You'll need my passcode to access the behavior control terminal. The tail. Definitely start with the tail. Jimmy'd opened the vending machines. That lasted a good couple of months. Eventually, I had to resort to more... Mechanicals lost their bolts. Opened fire on anything that moved. I was on cleaning duty at the time. My old boss had me scrubbing pipes when the killing started. So, as usual, I missed out.
Processing. Beginning security patrol.
Get ready!
Ya Remy menggila. Dibunuh semua.
Nice one!
Kompanian kita langsung mati. Biar dia Jeremy.
Resetting threat level.
Oh, pintu tadi.
That's the last. I'm not sure what the ride is. All I know is the decision's final. Gosh, that's clever.
Oh iya, mau jalan kok?
Mechanicide protocols currently active.
Once we do this, there's no going back.
Hey, mister? Look, I know you want your power regulator and all, but I just gotta ask you. Do you understand what you're about to do?
Yep.
I don't think you should cut off Edgewater's power. I think it would be cruel. I'm sorry. That just sort of came out all at once. Edgewater's hurting. We've been losing workers year after year, and corporate hardly ever sends replacements. There's barely enough Saltuna to fill our bellies anymore. But the town's got some good people in it. Decent, hard-working folk just living their lives the only way they know how. They don't deserve to be punished. Miss McDevitt's built something beautiful. Somehow, she's talked the ground into giving life again. It's plain to see she's made the Vale a better place. Fed the hungry, tended the sick. Gave a home to those that had none. But Miss McDevitt delights in Edgewater's suffering. She
Kind of
wants
true.
to hurt the town. Do you really want to be party to that kind of hatred? That sure sounds like Mr. Thompson. If he was standing here, I imagine he'd remind us of how we're all one big, happy Spacer's Choice family. In Mr. Thompson's eyes, those deserters are still part of the Spacer's Choice family. The family must work together in order to survive. I hate to say it, but I think Mr. Thompson's got a point. Unless those deserters come back, Edgewater's as good as dead. Cutting off their power might be the only way. Sorry, I didn't mean to babble on like that. I felt like I had to say something. Really? I mean, wow. Thanks. No one's ever told me those words in that order.
So, which one do we choose? The camp or the colony? It's hard choice, bro. Di satu sisi bener sudah bilang, tanya itu perlu orang, dan orang gak ada kerja situ. You know how this work? I'm gonna choose Edgewater. Yep. Predict power. Detect power to botanical laboratory. Nah, correct shelter. Yeah, I think it's better to Edgewater. Now, you happy? Okay, let's go. Oh, wait a moment. Aku belum bicara itu dia. Coba gimana ada dia? Okay. Kan. Oh, scan dia semua. Drama dia.
What is it?
Well,
We didn't always get along. You pretty much did my job. Let me know.
One more. Cara sama si Thomas Edison. Ada save game.
Any luck finding one of... No kidding? Ain't that just ironical? If I'd worked 2 whole data pads... Well, the geothermal plant? Now that is just incredible! That's a complete set! All 3 parts! I'm gonna... aside from you...
I'm glad we could help, Thomas.
I've been saving something for you. Just a little contraption I found.
Balik sana. From the planet to your living room. Suspended breathable layer of the atmosphere of the Jais. Gas giant. Mantis one examine. Can break down armor weapon you don't need. Okay, safe. Let's convince them.
I know, I'm trying to think.
One of us want to go see what happened?
What happened? Sprat fell into a transformer again?
Everybody keeps staring at me.
I don't know what you...
Don't see something.
I need to talk to Adele. Where's the fuck Adele? Got seal in the
It's
book.
okay.
Oh,
That's the thing about growing old. Your eyes start to fail. Elsewise, I would have seen you for the snake that you are, chopped you into pieces and roasted you on a spit.
oh.
This is all you're doing. Cutting off my power, killing off my... I want to ask you this in private, away from the eyes of my flock.
Which one do we choose? Let's try it.
You killed my garden, destroyed my community, sentenced my flock to a life. Go talk to Grace and Thomas. Look them in the eye and tell them their life. And you tell Reed Thompson that I will never return to Edgewater. I would rather die. My son worked in that cannery. When the plague started coming, he was one of the first to fall sick. We had a store of medicine locked away, but Reed refused to treat him. Said my boy didn't deserve treatment. Said the medicine would have been wasted on him. So I buried my boy in the cemetery, gathered my You offering to cross Reed off, huh? Kill Reed if you must, or talk him into leaving if you can. He and I are not. Tell Reed that I can make his people healthy again. I can end their plague. Tell him how I've made the Vale bloom again. The soil has whispered its secrets to me, and the secret is human corpses. I've been grinding them up in my fertilizer for years. Marauder, worker, don't matter much. Edgewater Cemetery's got corpses of plenty.
That's true. Okay, thank you for the regulator. Bye bye. Let's talk.
Sorry, I've been thinking about going back. I get sick thinking about...
So don't know what I can the engineer.
You know something? I think you're right. The town could... I could do a lot of good in Edgewater. Maybe even keep a garage of my own with a little work. It's just... Adelaide's never gonna... You know where to find...
Pero ini tunggu si Adeliti.
Marauders can't see us in the dark. The matters, Zoe came back, but I couldn't keep her from slipping out in the first place. I don't see us lasting more than a couple of weeks out here. I'm loath to... Listen, we go back to Reed, hat in hand, begging for our old jobs. Edgewater's not just a town to Adelaide. It's a symbol of everything that's wrong with this colony. A big, heartless machine of metal. We're the closest thing Adelaide's got to a family. Sure. Suit.
Okay, I'm gonna be back. So I have to talk to Rick Thompson, huh? Okay. Sorry for it. Ooh, beautiful.
I don't... Esther's got medication? Nope, I'm sorry. That is exactly what I've been doing. All right, you made your point.
Thank you.
Boss won't let us have any Adrena time.
If you're falling
Adrena
sick,
time.
I don't want you near me.
Wonder if the plague's ever gonna pass.
Adrena time. Hello there.
This is a fine day, friend. Power flows through our town like a cool stream of water. I trust Adelaide's people have seen their way to reason. So, when can I expect them back at their posts? Go ahead. It is my job. I wish you wouldn't say... Yes, when I stand at my window and look out over my... We are all part of the... I'm trying to remember 25... Times change. This is a spacer's choice. Loyalty's got nothing... Go ahead. That I cannot say. There was no moment when the... But in the last 10 years... Corporate doesn't like us using the word. I believe Plague is a test. It is a test of our loyalty and our fortitude. And it is one we will see through to the end. If I had enough medicine... Adelaide's son was barely competent. Now, I will not... I wish she had stayed. Then we are at an impasse. I am not perfect. I have... I have been holding this town together with... I am a Spacer's Choice man. My father was a Spacer's Choice man. Edgewater may not look like much to some... I don't believe you. You are disparaging... We are a Spacer's Choice... I don't understand. The soil's gone sour. Company said as much. You will excuse me for being skeptical. If Adelaide's found a way to feed her people and cure the plague, then she deserves this office more than I do.
Yeah.
I won't stand in her way.
Yeah, go back.
My life here is ended. Give me a little time to settle my affairs. Couple months ago, I might have put in for a transfer. It's a big colony. Spacer's Choice. No such thing as an honorable resignation. Suppose I... I don't know. I do. Adelaide's found a... I have always tried to do right.
Fuck off, I don't care.
I already told you I'm leaving. Just give...
Androidicus. Androidicus.
Look at that. I never thought I'd see the day. Suppose it's time our flock made our way back to Edgewater. You're vexing to me, you know? Injuring us with one hand, helping us with the other. Here. This don't put us on even. I might turn that old cannery into a garden. I need some time to gather my personals. Long walk back to Edgewater.
Sorry, I'm just... Adelaide? Something must have changed in Edgewater.
Never liked...
Home is where the heart is. Marauders took that saying a little too literally.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for... Lovely to see you about...
Things going all right?
Been keeping him... Best to ask...
My dad's buried here. Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I... Yeah? Yeah. The night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug. When I woke up, his body... Such... You run... Relax. And I'll buy you... Yeah. The colony ship? Are you talking about that old rumor? Ain't heard that one since I was but a stripling. Can't say it was terribly Hope's just a rumor, friend. Maybe you've been out in the sun too long. No, this is sounding like sedition. Look, I don't know what... Trouble's in the asking. Or don't much care for folk running their mouths, spread it...
I appreciate what you've done, but we shouldn't be seen together.
I already...
Holy shit.
Okay, gone quiet. Nice.
A friend of mine died a couple weeks back. Still ain't past it.
Vale's a little safe. We paid. Bert was the local preacher before Max took over. Always was quick to remind us that we all get. Well, that's all three. You've done such a bang-up job hunting. Let me stop you there. It is official Spacer's Choice policy that all Marauders, regardless of prior affiliation to the Spacer's Choice brand, no longer qualify as our people. Marauders are folk who lost the will to keep working. Wandered out. Not everyone's cut out. Uh-huh. I recall young Eugene. Good kid. Says so right on the war. What?
Hey, thanks for helping me back in that cave. You got a real knack for curative work.
Wish we had some better rations.
Nothing I can do about that.
Nothing I can do about that.
It's a fine new day in Edgewood. The greater good can be difficult to determine. Take comfort in the fact that wonderful. This is fantastic. Well worth all the sacrifices I... Wait. What the fuck is this? It's a law-forsaken joke is what it is. French! Ha! I was so hot... Well, I've spent my life searching for the keys to unlocking this. I became so desperate, I even got myself assigned to this plague-ridden backwater to find the damn... Please. Nothing could be more excruciating than discussing the true nature. But that's neither here nor there. What I need to do now is to You have a ship. Free spiritual counseling.
I'm 28.
Exactly. I'm pretty handy with a tossball stick. Oh. Of course, but instead, I ended up... It's the journal of one of the originators of the Philosopher's School of Thought, though it would be more than a century before it was Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. But most of that came later. Bakonu had some interesting theories about man's perception of reality that I thought could be applied to our attempts to decipher the plan. Most laypeople are not aware of this, but I had an idea that we should welcome the truth, no matter where, and that's the law.
Plasma kata.
That was a good thing you did, Captain. Helping to bring the deserters and Edgewater folks back together. Sorry. Strong drink makes me sick. Well, never mind that. I'm sorry. There was a kind of a thing with a vending machine. Sure. I've always been good with my hands, right? So I saw a lock on the machine and thought, oh, this must be how they refill it. But I had to know. So I did my thing. And next thing I know, there's a couple hundred bottles of 0G rolling out the front door and into the road. It's not funny. Right about then, a bunch of loaders came rolling in the gate, fresh off the Saltuna ships. And Mr. Thompson was up on the porch making a speech about how everyone would have to volunteer a third shift to get it all canned. Anyhow, you ever seen an auto loader run over a bottle of 0G? Exploded all over Mr. Thompson. One bottle after another as the loaders went by. I was just shy of working age, so Dad had to pay all the damages. Rose still angry at me. I can laugh about it now, but I just about puked up my guts in terror in the moment. I think... That was a... It's not like I think it a failing, mind. It's just I live right across the... When they come in here, they might be happy or sad. When they leave, they're mad at themselves. Or they stump... Am I? Not... I've always been good with my hands, right? So... It's not...
Sini bentar. Monster apa ini anjir?
Town's been humming with... Go ahead. Ugh, is this the start of a joke? Most folk forget. Anyhow, whatever. Let me make something clear. There you go with that thinking again. I've said enough. They wanted to face their...
Gotta keep our heads up.
Better than nature. Bounty Cleo.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship, working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. I'm the only decent mechanic Edgewater's got, but every time I think of going back, I get this sinking feeling. Well, it's kind of you to say that. And you're right. I wasn't happy. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too. What do you think? Yes! I mean, thanks. You won't regret this, mister. Captain. I can call you Captain now. Ha! I got a captain.
Ketawanya. Waduh. Berarti pendeta itu bisa juga kan ya jadiin kru. Mana pendeta?
There's something outside the walls, though.
Please.
Edgewater's gonna miss you. Folk.
Thank you, Ms. Holcomb. It is my esteemed...
Max. It's not the best choice. Service. Boss, what the fuck?
Captain, I have detected that Edgewater's power supply is now optimal. I applaud your willingness to invest your time in the local community. What can I do for you? Do you know how to... Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another Our engine room is located behind you. What can I do for you? All systems are operating. I am prepared to bring the unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This
I think you did the rightest thing you could, sending the power.
Bakonu, the author, had some... Unfortunately, he was also one of the founders. Philosophism's a false religion that stands in contradiction to almost everything we know to be true. They believe all is chaos, in stark contrast to OSI's belief. But most of the philosophist perversion of Bakonu's thoughts came... I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone... The only one I'm aware of. We should start on the Groundbreaker. It's where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. They're easily hacked. I'll comb the last 6 months of departure manifest to track... Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills. I meditated, led sermons, provided...
Welcome back. Oh.
Terbang.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty, and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any, unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you. Oh, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Kelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay. Strictly speaking, Monarch is a moon, terraformed badly. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal has... The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay. Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling Without a skip drive? Good. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck. None of us are... Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming. By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the Holographic Shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters. Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud change. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur. Best used in moderation. When you see... Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw... Excellent. I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to... And remember, don't trust the board. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to...
Damn. Sonic, no?
Yeah, so I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be cozy. Mostly, yeah.
Let me if I need this.
He meant funny. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That just... When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Anyhow, I was happy. Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big ol' hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed. About a year. I tried to do more of the... Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay... Oh gosh. Look at the time. That's in pretty good shape, considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space, but didn't change...
Accurate in all particulars.
Fly-by-wire's pretty normal. Or leastways, that's what I read in the trades. Hello! I am not a board-certified...
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been...
You're not simulating it, you're doing it! I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing. I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematic...
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But you can do that, you know. My dad taught me.
I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination. I so enjoy watching you sleep for hours on end, Captain. It's quite entertaining the way you drool and whimper. We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
You got a minute? Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good... I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. Thanks, Captain. Did you want to talk?
Good luck, Captain.
What? Oh.
Smells like grease and unwashed bodies. Just as I remembered.
That's not the point. This halfwit just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, we're the tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
No witnesses? He's not even denying it.
Jackass had it coming.
Shut it, Felix. You're not making this any better.
You get cute with me again, you little backbait brat, I will toss you out an airlock.
This is the Groundbreaker, not Byzantium. You ain't the law here. I am. Now move along.
I don't have time for this. Need a trick.
Going for a stroll around the docking base? Sure was. Got a knack for upsetting the board and the Mardettes all at once. Between you and me, I had this foreman. Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high former dock worker. Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Hey, not for nothing. But I saw you... Captain of the Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places... Felix Millstone. See you around.
Just arrived? Head over to customs.
Hey! That's company property! What do you think you're doing? Just be careful next time.
What? What game? Again. I'm a good Samaritan, bro. I'm just stealing when no one's seeing. Okay, I'm good. Save again. Okay.
I wonder what that fella did to get the board so wild at him.
Kanner magkaret.
Customs and inspection, right this way. Identification, please. Captain Hawthorne, you said. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until...
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the... You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a bazan. Access to that information is above my... I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our... If I had to take a guess as to why... You take the starch out of them, well, you... Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me... Wanda Dorset over in sickbay? Tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so... A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much. Mutt, is there anything... The fence. You'll find her in the... Make Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yacht. I gotta... You need anything else? He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense... Not that he would, being a board... They can't abide an independent township, especially not one they gotta depend on. We're the first and last stop. All their interstellar... It's a delicate balance, right? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and we push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces.
The board wouldn't do...
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their...
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. Yep, Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighter. Seems like... Sure. Maybe. 2. Most of them. Relative to the board hole. All right. Identify. You've got a ship, but you've never visited Groundbreaker.
Sure did.
Well, welcome to Groundbreaker. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded.
Well, isn't this one?
Now, hold on, this isn't... You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on ground. His office is located along the starboard wall. You take the starch out of him. It goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, a bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation. Yep. Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker, I guess that was the start of our... Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. What? Relative to the board holdings? No, they aren't rich. They stripped the parts. Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet the real...
Happy to help. That's...
You're real...
Well, thank you, Mitt.
Can we move this along? I have a certain...
All right. He's...
Don't see what's so...
Oop. Yeah. What can I say? We're passionate. All the folk. It's a... Beast.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire. Last tip we got pointed toward the back. Oh, I will. Soon as the chief approves the... You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. I do hope... Do I look like... Then get... We're the security... The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it... Still waiting to...
Hi there. Heavens. What can... This is... If... I'm not... Let's... Search me. I mean... I...
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
Hey! Stop that! Not so fast!
What do you think you're doing?
Big win examine.
You learn to keep your eyes close.
Try not to be distracted by the glare of the adverts. Lots of unsavory types about.
Got your punch right here. Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. Aftertaste the rainbow.
Frame.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. The board would like to remind spacers and other travelers that passage to Monarch is restricted for your protection. Canyons of acid and sulfur rain are the least of the horrors plaguing the Monarch. Anarchists live as one with the animals, lawless, savage, and unemployed. The board's embargo ensures that nothing can leave the planet and threaten our hard-working citizens. This is...
Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch. Triple Flakes and Purple Berry flavored Power Nuggets. Now with 12%.
Ooh, can we rent an upstairs room?
Stop that!
How do you do? And welcome to the Rest and Go. We used to be the Go and Rest, but sorry. Oh, you can't miss her. Right behind you, number 2. First unit on the left, or second unit from the right, depending on which direction. Fine, as long... She... Our local garbage collectors. That Lily... She freely admits she planted her roots in Groundbreaker to escape board oversight. But I... Our chief... Of course. Most of our supply...
Huh?
Bless my heart. You here for a particular reason? Or did the neighbors tell you how good my sugar cookies are?
I found out.
Keep him quiet, Captain.
Nicely done.
This is Halcyon News. We interrupt your regularly scheduled advertisement for the following story. Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers of wildlife and the unemployed?
Dah dulu lah. Besok lagi.